Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're glad you're here. If you're into Lego and alt bricks, you've come to the right place because that's what we do. And we've got another alt brick set for you today with one of our favorites, which is Cobi Volkswagen Golf GTI, the flavor from 1976 to 1983, 1/12 scale. Big one. At least on the box, it looks fantastic. Now, if you're not in Europe, if you're in the United States, you would have known this vehicle back in the day as the Volkswagen Rabbit because these things were so cool when I was in high school. If you had one of these, yeah, things were looking good for you when you were in high school if you had a Rabbit GTI. But I guess in Europe, they've always been called the Golf, and I think in the US, they're called the Golf now too, even though I'm not sure what it has to do with golf. But anyway, this looks really good. I could hardly wait to start getting into this. I hope this is a real success. Again, for guys like me, a little bit on the more mature side. Again, we remember these things, and they are super cool. And I am really excited to get going. So let's get going and get to building on this thing, and we'll see you on the other side. Let's do a real quick unboxing just to see what it looks like on the inside. So far, actually, just let's talk about the box for a second. The box is really nice. It is thick cardboard, very stout. I mean, it's holding its shape really, really well. So I'm really impressed by this. So let's open this thing up and see what we got going on here. All right, let's get this opened up. I almost hate wrecking the box. It's really nice and it's glued. Wow, really well. It looks like it comes with a cool stand too. I think these are mostly stand pieces right here. Yeah, it looks like we've got some base plates maybe. We've got, oh, a white, very thick manual here. We have two different manuals. Oh, I forgot to say, this is part number 24358 with 1,743 pieces. So it's a pretty significant build. It looks great. So you have two manuals to build it. And it looks like we have 6 bags, and check out this cool brick separator. That thing is industrial. That looks really nice. I can hardly wait to check it out. See if it works. And then actually, yep, it says Cobi on it. It says Cobi on it. All right, let's get this and turn it into this. All right, stop. Just stop. Hold on 1 second. I just discovered something that I seriously had no idea was going to happen with this build. If you are into like the 1/12 scale cars and stuff, you know that most of the time they are Technic, right? Lego Technic or Technic style, if it's a clone or an alt brick or whatever. I just presumed, going off of that, that this Golf GTI was going to be a Technic build. Guys, it's not. This is a brick built car. Now, why this is exciting for me, if you've watched a couple of the other videos where I've done Technic cars, I'm very on the fence about them. I don't really know how I like them. At the end of the day, I don't really like how they look all that much. You know, it's a different build. Technic is just a different animal, right? But again, I just presume, since this is a 1/12 scale car, that this would be Technic. It's not. This is brick built. And granted, like I'm looking at the windshield right here in bag number 5, a lot of proprietary pieces for the windshield and stuff like that, and also some very unique brick styles that I haven't seen before. So this is really exciting. I'm barely into it. I'm only on page 10, and so far I'm loving it because it's like a traditional brick build. So this is really exciting. Alrighty, I just finished up this build, and it was a really pleasant, fun experience. It was a really fun build. I liked it a lot. So let's go through some of the pros and cons, the positives and negatives of this build. Mostly overwhelmingly positive though. To me, the biggest positive is that it is a brick build. I did run into a couple of Technic pieces. There's a couple of Technic pieces for the steering and a couple of Technic pins that hold the wheels in place. Other than that, this is a pure brick build, and it is really, really nice for that. I think it looks a little bit smoother. You know, you still can see the seams and everything, but it looks fantastic. When it comes to some of the cool details of this, and as I show you things down here, I'll be putting videos or pictures up in one of the corners here so you can see them up a little bit closer. The doors open, which is cool. The steering does steer stuff. It works. The hood comes up. You got a cute little engine down in here with some cool little details. It's really nice. The tailgate goes up, and you even have one of those security screens back here to hide all your presents and everything when you're taking your Golf GTI shopping for Christmas. So that's kind of cool. The front seats recline and go forward and backwards. That's a really cool detail I didn't see coming. I try to look up what fabric pattern is on the seats, and it's either what do they call it? A houndstooth or something like that. I couldn't find anything exactly, but I love it. It's so late 70s, early 80s for the fabric pattern that they put on the seats. Really cool little detail. This is also a very robust build. When you're talking over 1,700 pieces, it's going to be very robust. However, you want to talk about robust. This display piece build, a whole separate build that came to put the Golf GTI on, there's hundreds of pieces in this. I was shocked. All of bag 6 on this build was the display. It is so robust. It's awesome. You can easily pick this thing up, move it around, no problem. There's little pins that are holding it in place so it doesn't roll off. Super cool display piece. I mean, there's some value built into that for sure. Also have a cool little plaque right here saying what generation Golf that it is. It's so neat. Really, again, great details and some added extras that bring a lot of value. Another pro of this is that the only stickers are these bottom stickers on the bottom of the door. And they were pretty easy to put on. Everything else is printed. We've got Volkswagen back here, Golf GTI. The instrument panel is printed. And of course the front, you've got the grille with the headlights, and those are printed as well. Also the air inlets on top of the hood, printed pieces also, along with the kind of license plate that says VW Golf GTI. So that's sweet. Not having as many stickers is great. So when it comes to things that I don't like, there honestly is only one. That is this. They spent all this money on this mold for this beautiful windshield, but then with the back, you got nothing. There's no plastic glass there. Also on the rear side, I'm okay with the driver and passenger door not having any glass. You can pretend that you got your windows rolled down with your 2 windows down at 80 miles an hour air conditioning. But I really would have preferred there being glass in the rear windows and for the tailgate. It just, without glass in there, it just looks a little unfinished. So for me, that's one of the biggest negatives of this set. Overall, I think you can tell that I really do like this set. The fact that it is, 99% brick build is to me a huge deal, and it just looks really, really nice. And all the cute little details and everything are absolutely awesome. This is a great display piece. Anybody who especially somebody my age who remembers these things in high school, this would be a great gift for them. I love it. Every time I look at it, I'm gonna think back fondly to being in high school in 1983 and 84 and looking at all the cool kids, not me, all the cool kids who were driving these cars. Cobi really did knock this one out of the park. They just got to put some glass in that rear window and maybe the sides. So I am definitely a big fan of this set, and I look forward to getting some other VW ones from Cobi because they do such a nice job with them for sure. So, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit like. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.